The bus rumbled to a stop under the cover of night, and the doors hissed open like a challenge. "Move, move, move!" barked the Recruit Division commanders, RDCs, their voices slicing through the air like whips. Ethan stumbled out, heart pounding, into a sea of fluorescent lights and shouting. This was processing week, the first brutal step. They called it P-Days, a limbo where civilians shed their skins. They herded the recruits, 80 souls from every corner of America, into a vast hall. Flags lined the floor, symbols of nations allied with the U.S., and the RDCs screamed warnings not to step on them. Ethan's sneakers squeaked as he froze, scanning the chaos. Beside him stood Sophia Lane, a 20-year-old from New York with fiery, red hair tied back and eyes that sparkled with quiet defiance. She was here escaping a life of dead-end jobs, dreaming of becoming a naval aviator. Across from them was Marcus Hale, a burly Texan with a grin that hit his nerves, enlisting to provide for his young family back home. The first night blurred into a frenzy. They surrendered cell phones after a hurried call home. Ethan's voice cracked as he told his mother, "I'm okay, Mom, this is for Dad." Medical exams followed, blood draws, dental checks, and a urinalysis that weeded out the unprepared. One recruit, eyes wide with regret, was escorted out after failing the drug test. Vaccinations stung like bee stings, arms throbbing as they lined up for haircuts. Ethan's dark locks fell to the floor, leaving him shorn and vulnerable. Women like Sophia could keep their hair if styled right, but many opted for the practicality of a bun. Uniforms were issued, crisp blues and whites that felt foreign on their bodies. They learned to fold clothes with military precision, remaking racks of beds over and over until fingers bled from the starch. No talking at chow. Hand signals for salt or pepper. The barracks, dubbed ships, echoed with commands. Ethan's division, Ship 12, met their RDC, Chief Ramirez, a stern but fair woman whose gaze could pierce steel. "You're not civilians anymore," she thundered. "You're recruits. Earn the title of sailor." Physical training began lightly, but the swim test loomed. Ethan, a strong swimmer from lakeside summers, passed easily, but Marcus floundered, gasping in the pool. Instructors pulled him aside for remedial lessons, their patience a rare mercy. Classes introduced Navy basics, history, ranks, the sailor's creed. Ethan recited it under his breath at night, words imprinting on his soul. But doubt crept in, nights of little sleep, the stench of unwashed sweatsuits, the endless beatings, intense physical drills when someone messed up. Sophia whispered encouragement during rare, quiet moments. "We've got this." Ethan, one day at a time. By week's end, Ethan felt the first crack in his resolve. A letter from home arrived. His mother's handwriting shaky. "Your father would be proud." Tears stung his eyes, but he wiped them away. This was just the beginning. As processing faded, introduction weeks plunged them into the Navy's heart. Mornings started at 0400 with reveille, the bugle's call yanking them from fitful sleep. Physical training, PT, ramped up, push-ups, sit-ups, runs along the frozen paths of Great Lakes. Ethan's muscles screamed, but he pushed through, remembering his father's stories of endurance. Classes delved deeper. They studied U.S. Navy ships and aircraft, from destroyers to F-35 jets, learning how technology shaped modern warfare. The Uniform Code of Military Justice, UCMJ, was drilled in, rules that governed their every move. Sexual assault prevention and response, SAPR sessions hit hard. Sophia shared quietly one night about a past she fled, her vulnerability binding the trio closer. Seamanship training was hands-on. On the USS Marlene Spike, a simulated vessel, they practiced line handling, knot tying and watch standing. "Heave around!" Chief Ramirez shouted as Ethan coiled ropes, hands blistering. Marcus, with his farm boy strength, excelled, but Sophia's precision in anchor details earned nods of approval. They simulated man-overboard drills, hearts racing as dummies bobbed in mock waves. Naval history classes stirred Ethan's soul. Tales of Pearl Harbor Midway, battles his father had revered. One evening, during a rare break, Ethan confided in Marcus. "Dad died in a storm off the Arabian Sea, classified op. I never got closure." Marcus clapped his shoulder. "You're closing it now, brother. For him, for us." But challenges mounted. The confidence chamber, gas mask training, tested their fears. Donning masks, they entered a room thick with tear gas. "Remove masks," the instructor ordered. Ethan inhaled fire, eyes burning, throat seizing. He recited the sailor's creed through coughs, emerging gasping but unbreakable. Sophia laughed through tears afterward. Felt like breathing lava, but we survived. Inspections were relentless. Uniform checks, rack inspections, any flaw meant hits, group punishments of burpees and planks. Ethan's division failed a drill inspection, earning extra PT. Exhaustion bred camaraderie. Whispers after taps forged bonds. Sophia became the group's anchor, her optimism a beacon. "We're not just surviving," she said. "We're becoming something more." By week 3's end, Ethan felt a shift. The civilian haze lifted, replaced by purpose. But the hands-on phase awaited, promising deeper trials. The core of bootcamp ignited in hands-on weeks where theory met reality. PT intensified, 1.5-mile runs timed, push-ups until arms quivered. Ethan shaved seconds off his run, body hardening like steel. Classes continued, operational stress control, first aid, but now with gear. Weapons training was pivotal. In the small arms trainer, they handled M9 pistols and M4 rifles, learning safety and marksmanship. Live fire at the range echoed like thunder. Ethan's shots grouped tight, a nod to his father's legacy. "Good eye, Harlow." Chief Ramirez grunted rare praise that swelled his chest. Firefighting evolutions were grueling. In full gear, they battled simulated blazes, hoses heavy as anvils. Marcus led a team, shouting commands as flames licked mock bulkheads. Sophia, smallest in stature, hauled equipment with grit, earning respect. "Fire's like life," she quipped later. "Control it or it controls you." Academic tests loomed, covering everything from naval doctrine to emergency procedures. Ethan studied by flashlight, words blurring. A personal inspection, hair, nails, uniforms left the division polished but weary. One night, a recruit broke down, homesick sobs echoing. Ethan sat with him, sharing his own pain. "I lost my dad young. This hurts, but it's building us." The recruit nodded, strengthened. Bonding deepened. During a seamanship retry, the division failed, facing collective punishment. Marcus rallied them. "We're a team. No one left behind." They passed on the second try, cheers muffled but triumphant. Sophia confided her dream. "I want to fly." "Break barriers." Ethan smiled. "You will. We're in this together." Physical toll mounted. Injuries, sprained ankles, shin splints sent some to medical hold. Ethan twisted his knee during PT but pushed on, tape wrapping the pain. Emotional strain peaked. Letters from home were lifelines. His mother's words, "You're stronger than you know." Tears fell, but resolve hardened. By week 6, they were warriors in training, ready for evaluations fire. Evaluation weeks were the forge's hottest point. Firefighting assessments tested reflexes. Ethan donned bunker gear, extinguishing infernos in timed drills. Final personnel inspections scrutinized every detail. Buttons aligned. Boots shined. The official physical fitness assessment, PFA, was make or break. Ethan ran his fastest mile, push-ups flawless, sit-ups burning. Passing scores brought relief. Failures meant setbacks. Marcus ace-hit it, Sophia too, their high fives a silent victory. Battle stations was the capstone, a 12. Hour overnight ordeal simulating shipboard crises. Technology immersed them. Flooding compartments, casualty evacuations, damage control. Ethan's team navigated a sinking ship, hearts pounding as alarms blared. He led a line-handling team, ropes slipping in sweat-slick hands. "Hold the line," he yelled, echoing his father's spirit. In a mock casualty drill, Sophia played injured. Ethan carried her to safety, adrenaline surging. Marcus manned sound-powered phones, coordinating chaos. Failures meant retries, but their division pushed through, emerging at dawn exhausted but exalted. Caps were awarded, black ball caps signifying sailor status. Chief Ramirez's voice cracked. "You've earned it." Emotional release followed. Ethan clutched his cap, tears for his father. "I did it, Dad," he whispered. The group hugged, bonds unbreakable. Junior Sailor Week was a breath. Professional development classes prepared them for fleet life, leadership, ethics. Small unit drills honed skills. Graduation, the pass-and-review ceremony, was magic. In dress whites, they marched before families, flags snapping in the wind. Ethan's mother wept in the stands, pride shining. Sophia's parents beamed. Marcus's wife and child waved. As divisions passed, Ethan felt transformed. The boy from Willow Creek was gone. A sailor stood in his place. Chief Ramirez saluted. Fair winds and following seas. Post-graduation Liberty off base. Ethan, Sophia, and Marcus shared a meal, toasting futures. We were strangers, Ethan said. Now family. Ethan's journey through boot camp wasn't just steps. It was a rebirth. From processing's chaos to battle station's triumph, it touched his heart, honoring his father while forging his own path. The sea called and he was ready.